Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. Someone in your family needs urgent hospital admission. The hospital asks for a 50,000 deposit right now. You have the money, but it's in the wrong place. It's in stocks, it's in an ELSS fund, it's in gold jewelry, it's in a fixed deposit that takes time to break. And suddenly you realize emergency fund is not about returns, it's about access. In this video, I'll tell you exactly where your emergency corpus should be kept in India with one simple criteria. It should be convertible instantly. And I'll also tell you the most common mistakes people make, which force them to sell investments at the worst time. Emergency corpus is the money that protects you from job loss, medical emergency, urgent travel, home repairs, and certain big expenses. This is not your investment money. This is not long term wealth creation money. This is insurance money. Uh, any emergency fund instrument must pass these three rules. Rule one is instant liquidity. You should be able to withdraw in minutes or same day. Rule two is capital safety. Your money should not drop because markets are down. Rule three is predictability. You should know exactly how much you'll get. If an instrument fails even one of these, it's not an emergency fund. Most people think emergency fund should be safe, but just being safe is not enough. PPF is safe but not instant. Gold is safe but not instant. FD is safe but sometimes not instant. So emergency fund needs to be safe plus liquid instantly. So now here's the best strategy. Don't keep your emergency fund in one place because emergencies happen in levels. So build a simple ladder. Bucket one is your 0 to 1 month emergency corpus or 0 to 1 month expenses. Bucket two is next 2 months, and bucket three is next 3 to 6 months. This gives you both instant access and slightly better returns without compromising safety. So let's look at bucket one. Bucket one is your 2 a.m. money. This should be kept in savings account, preferably your salary account or a separate savings account used only for emergencies. Because saving account gives UPI access, ATM withdrawals, IMPS, instant transfer. This is the money you should be able to use within 5 minutes. Bucket two, that is for your next 2 months. Bucket two is your same day money. This can be in sweep in FD or liquid mutual fund. Let me explain both the instrument. So sweep in FD is actually one of the best emergency fund tools in India. Your money stays in saving and anything about threshold becomes FD automatically. So let's say that I want at least 50,000 in my savings account. So if I have 50,000 today and anyone gives me 20,000, the rest 20,000 directly goes into an FD while I still keep that 50,000 liquid with me. And say if something breaks, I have to spend 30,000 back. Then the 20,000 comes back, and my total amount is 40,000. So the FD breaks, and it begins based on like the minimum income required by the account. So you get FD like interest and savings like liquidity. Then the second instrument is liquid mutual fund. Liquid funds are low risk and can be redeemed quickly. But understand, this is not an as instant as savings account. Usually it's same day or next day credit and depends on cutoff times. So liquid funds are great for bucket two, but not bucket one. Now let's move to bucket three, which is the larger chunk that is next 3 to 6 months. Bucket three is your backup layer. This can be in bank, FD, or liquid fund plus money market fund. For most beginners, the safest option is FD for 3 to 6 months or liquid funds if you prefer funds. Because by the time you reach bucket three, the emergency is bigger and you can tolerate a 1 day delay. Now, this part is very important. Here are the most common mistakes people make. Stocks and equity mutual funds are not your emergency funds because markets can fall 20 to 20% exactly when your life is already in trouble, and then you're forced to sell at a loss. ELSS has a lock-in. Lock-in means it automatically fails the emergency test. PPF. PPF is amazing for long term, but for emergencies, withdrawal rules are limited. It's not instant, and you can rely on it at the last minute. So PPF is not emergency corpus. Gold. Now let's talk about gold. A lot of people say gold is perfect. I can just sell it at any jewelry shop. But gold is a bad emergency fund for three reasons. It is not instant. At 2 a.m., it's difficult to sell gold. On Sundays, it is difficult to sell gold. In another city where you don't have relationship with a jeweler, it's difficult to sell gold. You also don't get the price you expect. If it's jewelry, you lose making charges, you lose wastage, you get a low resale quote. Then the third thing is selling under pressure means you get exploited. In an emergency, you won't negotiate across three shops. You'll accept a low offer. Gold is a great asset, but it's not emergency liquidity. Credit card is not emergency fund. Credit card is debt. Yes, it can be a temporary bridge, but your emergency corpus should be real money, not borrowed money, because you have to repay it anyways. Um, Now, just to give you an example, so if you have 50K monthly expenses, your bucket one, that is 50K, should be in savings account. 1 lakh rupees, which is bucket two, should be in sweep in FD or a liquid fund. And 1.5 lakh rupees, which is your bucket three, should be in like proper FDs or liquid funds. Now, for your emergency fund checklist, emergency corpus is not an investment, it is insurance. So it is very important that you follow the buckets and avoid stocks, equity funds, ELSS, PPFs for such investment. Whenever you're investing into instrument and want to keep that money as your emergency fund, you ask yourself these three questions. Can I withdraw it today? Will the value stay stable? Will I get the amount I expect? So that is all for this video. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.